Right, welcome back to the Newbie Challenge. This, I think, is episode 28 or 29. Have to lose and count. Mind you, I ran out of fingers and toes some time ago to count the episodes. That's not surprising, I don't know which one we're on now. Right, we've fertilised and field 11. Once we've got this fertilised, I'll then change over and put all the gubbins on for cutting. I think we've done the cattle. I haven't actually checked. Just jumped in and just gone for it. Saw where the tractor was parked and that was it. Right, this will be our third fill. If we get a fill like the last one, and the amount out and the money out, we did the last one, we're not going to be doing too bad. We're going to be getting our overdraft nicely done. I'm not going to look at the moment to see how much we've got. I'm going to do a couple of laps around like this, then we start going up and down. I'm going to try and do this without GPS. That's stupid, I know, but I'm feeling in a previous mode today. So much so I thought I'd just tell you a little story. I think on one of the videos, or 2 weeks ago, I was talking about scam calls. You know, your internet is, unless you contact our technical department by pressing this certain number on your keypad, your internet will be disconnected. Well, I remember one guy I used to play City of Heroes with, and he was unemployed, so he had a little bit of time, and he used to enjoy playing them along. They'd when the days when they were phoning you up about problems with your computer. You may not know, but Windows will quite often throw errors up into the log, just starting up normally with a completely clean one. As it starts and stops, as many as it stops programs part way through to restart them later, it will throw an error. So you always have errors in your logs on Windows, or almost always. Someone's going to say, no you don't. But you get the right log file, you'll find errors in there, which is what they played on. Then they'd get you to log into a certain site, give them the credit card details. They'd take £200, or £180 to £200 out, or somewhere around, getting on for $300, I suppose. Change to American. Don't ask me to, about €250, something like that. €250. That type of figure. All they do then is delete the log file, which frankly, once you find where the log file is, anybody can do that, but there's no need to bother anyway. But he used to love attend when they phoned up. He didn't know a thing about computers. He had this computer and he didn't know anything about it. So the noble thing went, I'm going to come out of the cab so and see where we've been. He'd engage in conversation, they'd tell him what they wanted him to do, so he'd go and phone his hand, say, starting the computer up. And then, just as it got to a critical moment, that'd crash. Well, he'd tell him it'd crash. He'd then put the phone down. Wait, hold on, I'll be back in a little while. I'll just restart it. He'd then go away, make a cup of tea, have a sandwich, take the dog for a walk, anything. Be back for a quarter an hour later. Well, that's got going again. We'll see how we get on this time, he'd say. So he'd tag him along again, then just about to get into the onto the internet to go onto the site, their computer would crash again, apparently. He could hang him on for hours, and of course that was costing them money and not him. I thought that was quite amusing. Depends how I am. I will have games from people quite often using recorded messages now, which is not playing a game, but doesn't give you a chance to have a little bit of fun at them. And no, I no longer feel sorry for the operators. I used to think that's all they could do, but I'm afraid if you're going to try and con people out of the money, you lose all sympathy as far as I'm concerned. And it is just a straight con, so I reiterate that and just See what Irk used to do. He's a lovely guy. He used to play up the moderators on the City Heroes, but I tried to push the name and as far as he could. He had one Seaman Staines. He was a sailor. I don't understand the other meaning to it at all, you understand? Only had one dyslexic, and then that was spelled M-N-A. Dyslexic man. That one was allowed to stand, the other one wasn't. He was another one of the Defiant crew. We had a good bunch on Defiant. If I keep harking back to that, it's because I miss that game quite a bit. I'm just going to put this on to cruise. I should better get this done in one more pass, and we're going to hook this off, check what the animals are like. Well, I should imagine they've got 4 legs and others. Some of the animals we've got. Head one end, tail the other. Just so you know which end to feed them. Now, should I tell you the joke the old man used to tell me? Oh, go on, let's give it a go. This old dear, first time in her life had seen an elephant. They'd escaped from the local circus and got into a garden. She phoned the police up and said, "I've got this strange animal in my garden." I said, "Madam, what's it like?" "Well, it's grey, and it's got a tail at either end." "Oh yes, dear. And with one tail it's picking up the cabbages, and you never guess where it's stuffing them." Well, I'll leave you to think of that one. Yes, I'm in a very funny mood today. I hope it lasts. Wife doesn't, but I hope it does. Right, yeah, we'll have to do one more little pass just to make certain we get everything. If I'd have GPS'd it, we'd have got all this spot on, but I didn't. And off screen, I just started a new little game, but I've actually gone back to 17. Not because I don't like 19, because I just want one or two of the mods which are on 17, which haven't made it to 19 yet. Well, I'll talk about that. We have at least got manual attached now, or a version of manual attached. I've talked about it in another video where first time I started to use it. It's not the manual attached, the one I'm used to. It's the one that came up first on 17. A little bit easier. It's easier to use, but not as realistic. You can disconnect things up in the air. I don't know whether the other one will come out. I can't remember who made it. Oh, it's the one I've been playing, map I've been playing, one you can't get hold of. Very few of us have a copy of it. It was made by Darren Castle Andy. It was his remake of Old Bridge, which never got released because we couldn't get permission of what was then SOB to release it. But I still got a copy of that. I won't show it because I don't think it's fair to show something of it no one else can get a hold of. I do that sometimes, I'm afraid, with mods, especially with something I've played around myself, because I'm quite proud I've got something to work. Right, let's get back in the cab. We're done. Yeah, as you can see, we're done. I like this display mod. I hope it comes out on 19. Several I hope come out on 19, but some I know won't. Gearbox definitely isn't. Movies already said he's not making Gearbox for 19. No need. Now it's most of the tractors in there. CVTs. Not all of them, but quite a few of them. How are we doing on diesel? We're okay. Just check on everything was there. 17.8 hours. Hours will come before time for maintenance, I would guess. And this of course is our last cut of the year. Right, let's get this backed in. I haven't got manual attached on this, of course. This is used as few mods I feel I can get away with. I haven't used rather a lot still, but I can't remember if we can just lower this or if that opens up. No, we can just lower it. Oh, we better just get the weight off the front. Oh, better have a look too. Put the weight in front of this. Let's just check on what the coups are like. And finance at the moment, we are only owe now 95,000. What about that? Oh, cows are fine. Grass they want, but they ain't got. Well, we put some grass in when we're doing this. Not necessarily on this bit, but on this meadow, but the other one, the big one. And what I'll do is I'll try and get as much of this meadow done as I can today. I'm going to put the I was going to put the trail on first, but it's not the easiest thing in the world to back up straight. Well, no, I'll rephrase that. For me, it's not the easiest thing in the world to back up straight with anything on the back. I can't even back up. Can't even go forward straight, let alone back. There. No, both. He buffed it. And look at the state of this. What we're going to do is come in this way and turn around here somewhere. Less likelihood of hitting anything here. Famous last words. Straighten these through out a bit. And we get ready. I will be using GPS on this because I want to get as much of this as I can. And we've got 17 minutes to see how much we can get done. I'll go around it outside first for a couple of laps. Then I'll start with GPS in the centre. And we're going to go as close to the edge as we can nicely get. Oh. It's better. No. Unfold. Oh, we've got the back first. Don't hit the change end key often enough. There we go. Now what's the bet we get caught on that tree? Oh well, I lost my bet. We're picking up some grass, yes. Not much around the outside here. I'm going to go as close to the edge as I can safely get. This has not been fertilised out here. It doesn't take fertiliser. This is off the field itself or off the meadow itself. So I don't expect it to come too heavy here. It's an interesting little series. This is an experiment. As I said, this is a challenge. Roy made the map. He made silage particularly difficult. He also made your starting position difficult. As Stu said, but the only way you can make it more difficult was to plant you up with the sugar beet, give you no money, and just the single roll lifter. I think there is one too. I seem to think there's an Irish one that's made as a mod. Got a feeling I used it on Drummond. Salmon or something similar. It was an odd one because you didn't cut the tops off. It actually lifted the beat by the top. That's odd. It's a nice mod and it looked good. Now about 30% in the first pass, so I'll do 2 passes. So then we'll come up, then we'll get it sorted out with GPS. We should do 3 laps round first. Think about it, and I quite often do. Work. I think about work. I don't want to do any, but I think about it. Not having the work coming up there. Good job we ain't got more realistic on. I think it would make it even harder. This would be a lot easier without seasons. I will tell you that now, it would be a doddle without seasons. Because you'd get about 4, well, you get several cuts of grass in what you could consider a year. You get at least 4 because you get no one during the winter. And also you could keep the grass, so you could keep cutting all round even when you've got the bunker full. You can't do that with seasoning because grass will not keep. I think that should just do it. We'll start at the top end and I'm trying to line it up. I have to come out of cab to line up GPS up. I know the ends I don't get probably because I ought to really go out 4 or 5 into the ends with this size of gear. Right, just come out of cab so I can actually get to where I want to be. And we're just coming on to the actual fertilised bits now. Now, GPS, new, boy, bring that right down, it's about, it's not 4 meters, about 3 meters. That looks about right. That doesn't look too far out there. I just want to shift it over a smidgen. We'll see what that will do to us. Oh, I don't want an offset. So, now we can get in cab and relax. Well, I see the GPS mod for 19 is coming along because it's not by the original who now works on Cattle and Crops. I think he's one of the developers on Cattle and Crops itself, and they're still surprised that he not making anything for Farming Sim, and he's, as far as I know, he won't give permission for anybody to do anything officially to like giants themselves. I'd be very surprised if he did give permission actually to give what's basically the main opposition. Something like this. Be a little bit of shooting yourself in the foot, and we better just get ready. We're almost full. 96, 97, 98. Just slow it down now. Come on, that's it. Now what I'm going to do is, as I normally do, I'm going to drop the front mar off, so I haven't got everything to take up here. One very good reason for that. It makes it easier dumping it into the bunker. I'd have to drop it off somewhere, and I might as well drop it in the field. I know exactly how far I've got then without having to think about it. And I didn't get to my age by thinking all the time. What I'd do is run a half an hour on this, then I'd do a whole load off screen, and hopefully next week we just finish up off 16, about another load or so. Then you can have the excitement of watching me drive backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards, well, you get the idea, on the bunker to flatten it. It is the most boring job of the lot. Off screen I quite often get another one I get cosplay to do. It doesn't get bored. That's my own fault for trying this to sort Roy's challenger and beat him. I'm going to come out of cab so you can see exactly where we are in relation to everything else, and we don't want to go back too quick. Now, of course, the idea of this challenge, if you got this far, you must already know, but if you haven't, well, the idea of this challenge we are attempting to do this map. I won't say it's Roy intended. I don't know if he quite intended anybody to be this mad, but oh, did that go back down? No, it didn't. Our idea is to try and do this map without cheating any money in, only using the money we managed to make. Only the fields we start with, the 20 cattle we start with, which of course are bred up to 22 now, I believe. And we've got to try and survive for 2 years. And we're just come to, well, we're in early autumn the first year, so we've got a long way to go. And this one will keep going until I complete the challenge, or until I'm dragged away from the keyboard screaming. I confidently expect 100+ episodes on this, and you will know every inch of these medals by the time I finish. Alright, let's come round and get lined up with this thing. Switch on there, switch on there. And we're just getting close enough. No, not quite. Yes. Put it back onto GPS and away we go again, and we should now be picking up again. Mowing and picking up. And you've got about another 6 minutes. We'll do another fill of the trailer, I should imagine. I can't really see anybody want to do more than that. And off screen, I'll finish this one off. Do quite a bit to just thinking as I was coming up there. Yeah, I find it hard nowadays to think. And I'll do quite a bit of 16, so we finish it off next time and hopefully start compacting the bunker. Hopefully it'll all be in this same day. As you see, I'm running standard time, running 6-day seasons. And I'm fast forwarding when I finish off all the work for the day. I'm using upside down as a fast forward mod. You know, it's a lot. We had a lot to be thankful for that upside down for. I really must try and see how they get on with cattle crops again. I have a copy, but I haven't actually played it a lot. There was some I missed last time, but I thought some in last stage of growth. Now to get 3 cuts out, I really have to get cut at the first cuttable stage. I can't wait until the second and final stage. It just adds another period on, another two periods on, and 2 days on in seasons, and you haven't got the time to play around for that. And this is the way the developers of seasons reckon you'd have to do to get 3 out. Cut as soon as you could each time. I think you can get 1 on last stage and 2 on first stage. But I'm getting a fair amount, and I've decided that because of the costs involved, I won't be getting rid of the trees, because I'm on 16 this winter. I decided against that. Good idea, and I think if I was going to play this full time, I would. I'm not actually going to. I'm not going to bother. So there, so. Lord, that was a good idea. Now, can we get round here? Well, I didn't think I was going to make that now. I'll have to come out of the cab because I can't see where the next. Alright. Out to about here, by the looks of it. Get back in the cab. We are still picking some, so we must be alright. Yeah, we get 1 more lot dropped in there. What I'm going to do for the preliminary stage, as I have been, whilst I'm filling the bunkers up, I'll keep to around about 50% compaction until we're ready to do the final compaction. And we've still got 1 little bit out on the outside of it. Should I just tidy that up? I don't think we'll get a chance to. No, we're not. What a mess this thing is. Oh dear. Oh, I'm sure get rid of this. I'm going to take a screenshot sometime during this little bit of the run. Oh, click it again, that's better. Yeah, talk about the GPS mod. I haven't really tried the one for 19 yet. Should be good. I know the guy who's making it, and he's very good indeed. He's been working with Relimus on this, on seasons, and some of the add-ons to seasons on 17. And I know he's a good modder, so I've got hopes that I'm gonna take it down. Better get a bit more of the screen there. But I haven't really tried. I've been using the Mowgli one, which is simple like me, so I understand that. Get it somewhere near the direction you want to go, engage it and let it go in a straight line. Basically, that's all I ever used GPS for. I did on some of the missions, when I was doing a lot of missions, use GPS to actually do some of the harvest missions. And then you put it on auto turn at the end of the field. Spend some time first of all doing the headlands, then put it on auto turn. And it worked quite well, right. I think we will just take the screenshot now. Oh, H is it. how to. That'll do, right. Screenshot done. Do that again. Bring this all back. That's the one we want. And once we get rid of this, I will start my little wind down and say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like, and I better slow down a bit, otherwise we're going to be out of the bunk before we actually empty it up. I think that should be there now, should it? Yeah, it's closed. Oh yeah, it's okay. Get 2 more in there and I'll start flattening. Right, yes, if you're not a subscriber, go on, subscribe. You know you really want to. If you've got any comments, questions, queries, possibly not suggestions, I think I'm fairly well set in my ways on this one. But if you jot them down in the comment section, I read everyone, I acknowledge everyone, and I try and reply to everyone. So I think without too much further ado, we'll just get this joined up again, pick the bar up again, and then I'll wish you all adieu. And I think I should tidy this end up what's on this side. It's only going to be a couple more trail loads on here. So until next time, and of course this isn't the only thing I do, this is just the most boring of all of them. Unless you happen not to like car racing, which that most probably would be for you. So, haven't started that, oh that's better. Couldn't remember what the hell I was meant to be doing. Not for the first time. Anyway, with that, Merman, there's Merman saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.